Hey guys, welcome back to the Football Kings podcast. Today we're talking about transfers and the Club World Cup. Let's dive in. Okay, we'll be talking about transfers and the Club World Cup. Let's start with Manchester United. Manchester
What
United are
about them?
looking to sign midfielder Ederson, and they are looking to sign him. He plays for Atalanta. I don't know if you know this player. Do you know
I
him?
know him. I know
He plays for
Ederson.
Atalanta,
Yeah,
and they are planning to sign him for 60 million euros.
60.
60 million euros.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a big. Anyway, 60 feels now. 60 feels like a standard amount you pay for a player, right? It feels like something standard. You just pay is
I
60.
feel like
Okay,
there's I
60.
feel like there's been a lot of links to United to players. A lot of links that United want to sign this player, United want to sign this player, but there's really no
Mm.
actual motion if you think about it, right? It's not really felt like you know
They are doing.
they've
They are doing
actually
anything. They just
closed on
keep talking.
anything. The only thing that they've closed
Uh,
on is Cunha, but aside Cunha, there's really nothing that they've closed on at this point. So I don't know. I'm not sure if this is something that is going to happen or this is just like rumors. But anyways, let's move away from United. There's really nothing to say about United. Every time I see a United transfer rumor or transfer news, I'm always like, is it going to happen or what is the what's
is it
where is
not going to happen? Yeah.
Mbeumo's situation right now? What's going on? But at the end of the day, we just see United linked with everybody. Right now, they've been linked with
Mm,
so many people. So they've not
mm,
really sold people, neither have they
yeah.
really bought anybody. So just Cunha. Anyways, Arsenal are looking to sign Eberechi Eze and they're thinking of a very creative payment structure. But there is a rumor that Liverpool might join in and sign
To
Eberechi
buy
Eze.
easy.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't
So
think we need Eze.
if you sign Eze, it means Eze is playing as the 10 and Wit plays on the wings or
Why
as
the
a
wait?
false nine
Which can play as
or
a false
false.
nine, right?
So false nine. So he plays
Mhm.
as false nine. Then
But it
Eze will
doesn't.
play
It,
as
it
10
actually doesn't matter where Wits plays. He can play false nine. He can play wing.
and play
He can play at
true
any. I guess he can fit into any of those pockets in the attack.
any
So
place.
it's really
Okay.
up to them. But there are talks that Arsenal want to sign Eberechi Eze. How is Arsenal really looking these days? They sign Eberechi Eze. They sign Noni Madueke. They sign all these
Mm.
reinforcements. They might actually have more,
Simple,
more lethal
simple,
attack compared to Chelsea.
simple answer. They sign all those people you just mentioned with Carreras in the front.
Mhm.
You should win the league. There's no excuse.
Yeah, but this might actually
There is
be.
no excuse.
There is no excuse, but we'll see how
That's it.
everything shapes up with Ateta and his team and his attack. But this might
Yeah.
actually be interesting for Eze in terms of the amount of
Mm.
clubs that are interested in him. It's rumored to
Yeah.
go to Arsenal. He wants
Yeah.
Arsenal. I mean, if
Yeah.
Arsenal can come up with a decent payment structure with Crystal Palace, he's definitely going to say yes to Arsenal. But there's
Obviously,
rumors that
yeah.
Liverpool will enter it, that just like I mentioned, and Bayern Munich
Yeah.
too are looking to sign Eze as
Are
well.
interested.
Why not? Musiala has gone on injury, so why not sign
Oh,
Eze?
Musiala. Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so why
That's
not?
true.
So why not sign Easy, right?
Yeah,
So
that's true. You're
so
right.
it's an interesting dynamic that is going on for Easy right now, and
Yeah.
actually even Tottenham Hotspurs too are on that list of teams that want to sign him too as well. So
I feel
it's really
like
crazy
I
to
feel
me.
like I feel like Tottenham, everybody, they just want to go for every let me not say Tom, Dick and Harry, but they
But now
want
that they are
everybody.
promised Champions League football, why not?
Yeah.
Why not, right? Why not?
True. True.
Why not actually
True.
make an effort and go for it? Anyways, Nico Gonzalez. Remember I talked about Nico Gonzalez and
He
him
wants
wanting
to
a
leave.
move away from Manchester City.
Yeah.
Nico Gonzalez now with the reports that are coming in, he's seriously considering a move away from Manchester City, given that he has fallen down the pecking order for Pep Guardiola's
Oh,
midfield players. And I don't know, there are talks that maybe he would like to return to Barcelona one day, you know.
oh,
But
was he
I'm not
from
sure.
Barcelona?
Was he from Barcelona? Let me actually confirm that. See where he's from.
That's a big question. Was he from Barcelona?
He plays for
Is he
City
from
right now. Let's
that's a
see
big
where
question.
he's.
Is he from
Yeah, he's from
Barcelona?
Barcelona. He was in Barcelona. He went to
Wow,
Porto.
that's
No,
crazy.
he's from
Yeah.
Porto. I mean, Porto before he
Mhm.
came to City, but he's thinking of going back to Barcelona. He was in Barcelona's B team, and then he moved to Barcelona's main team. Went on loan to Valencia, went to Porto
Mm.
on a permanent move, and then from Porto to Manchester City. But I don't know why Pep doesn't want to play him or start him. I don't know what it is about him that Pep is not. He's just feeling like, yeah, you're not a good fit for me. What is Gundogan doing on the team that you can't start Nico Gonzalez?
Gundogan should leave the team. That's what I think. Honestly, he should. They should just say bye, right? And he should be gone. I don't see. I don't see any. There's no point, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of you having Nico Gonzalez, whatever his name is, right, on the bench when Gundogan doesn't play? Like Gundogan plays and he stays on the bench.
Yeah,
He's younger. He's even more athletic. He has more legs.
yeah,
So what the question is, why should he be on the bench if this is not another Calvert Lewin issue again,
yeah,
right? Remember, we all know Calvert Lewin, right? Came in at the end of the day. Guardiola simply did not just use him. Just
mm-hmm.
kept on using Rodri till
You
Rodri
mean
got injured for
you mean
1 full year.
Calvin Phillips?
You said
Do you mean
Calvin Phillips. Yes. What did I say? I
you
said
say
Calvin Lewin.
Calvin Louis?
Calvin Phillips, sorry. It sounds the
Yeah,
same.
yeah, they
Calvin
sound same.
Phillips.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, now his career is just, we don't even know what's going to happen with him these days. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, there are talks that scouts from Arsenal and City have been looking
Mm,
at one player for Porto,
mm,
Rodrygo Mora. Scouts have been looking at him. It seems like the two clubs are interested in signing him, but
mm,
Arsenal are more in the, I guess when it comes to the race on who's going to sign him, Arsenal are
mm.
more leading that race to sign him more compared to City. But United are also interested if there's an
Is
opportunity
he
to sign him as well. I've not done this eye test on him to know how good he is as a player, but there's a lot of
yeah.
buzz around him, Rodrigo Mora, and how good he is. I don't know if people know Mora is a good player, really. I've just not seen much from Mora. Anyways, I didn't watch a lot of Porto games in this Club World Cup, but
Yeah.
given the action in the Club World Cup, people are saying, this guy, he's for real. He's the real
He's
thing.
good.
He's really good. Joao Pedro is cooking. Joao Pedro really was unreal today, but we'll get to the Club World Cup. We'll get to the Club World Cup. We'll get there. I know Chelsea fans are buzzing and are excited, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
For the enemies, this is all we do.
Ah, man, interesting. So, Julian Timber
Yes, for us now. Don't tell
for
me he's
Arsenal.
leaving.
No, no, he's not leaving. He has a brother.
Okay.
His brother,
Okay.
Quentin Timber. Quentin Timber
Yeah.
plays for Feyenoord. So apparently, there are talks that his brother, there's a lot of
Mm.
interest from there, or not a lot of
The
interest, but
Premier League
there's interest from the Premier League,
from yeah.
specifically Manchester United and Newcastle. They are interested
Wow.
in signing,
Maybe Newcastle wants to use him as a replacement for,
but
but what again?
Inter Milan might
Mm.
actually sign him before any of these two teams. So three teams are
Why?
interested in him, basically.
Yeah, yeah,
Three teams are interested in him. Newcastle, United,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Inter Milan. But it seems like Inter
Mm.
are more leading that race
I'm
to
more in the
sign
running for.
him.
Anyways, for transfers, is who is more serious? Who is
Yeah,
ready to
that's
bring out the
interesting. What
cash?
position is he actually, Quentin Timber?
I don't know what position is he plays for, but yeah,
He's a
um,
midfielder.
midfielder.
Mm-hmm,
Maybe is a cheap option for United. United are just looking for
mm-hmm.
anybody they can add to that squad. They don't care the profile of the name. They just want to add someone to that squad to just stick it. Oh, we added someone. That's what imagine. So I think example is the news of Calvert Lewin, right? Oh, that
Mm-hmm.
he's going to United, free agents, offer to them. Nah. So yeah, we'll see where he goes. It's up to him, right? Inter Milan has a Champions League. So
Mm-hmm.
that might be a much more better option if you ask me. So yeah.
Okay. The representatives of Napoli striker Victor Osimhen have contacted both United and Liverpool to warn the two Premier League giants that they must formalize their offers for the player immediately if they are interested in signing him. Osimhen is ready to negotiate a permanent transfer to Galatasaray if he does not receive any offer from any of the Premier League clubs. So it's
But
looking like
But rumors that came out today, like few hours ago, were saying that Galatasaray has submitted a bid and Osimhen has agreed personal terms with them. So I don't know if anybody still wants to come in for him, right?
I don't know. I mean, you told me the rumor about United wanting to sign Osimhen, and Osimhen rejecting, saying no to
Yeah, they
United.
rejected the proposal. Yeah,
There are
so
talks. Osimhen's camp. They're
Napoli
basically
wants to
saying if you want him,
create
talk.
create. So is it Osimhen's camp or the club?
Osimhen's camp.
Okay, so it's
They
not
are
just
basically, yeah,
you keep asking about the price and you don't do anything. You ask about the
yeah.
price,
What's the
you don't do
price? What's the
anything.
price?
Like
Yeah,
you are
you're not
window shopping.
serious. Yeah,
They
it's
don't
almost
want
like you're
window
not
shopping.
serious. Like if you're serious about
Yeah,
signing him, then sign him. Osimhen is really going to have his career in Turkey, Saudi, good teams, but not the best.
but
Yeah,
not. Yeah,
I just
yeah.
feel
It's
like
sad.
Osimhen, man. I don't
It's
I don't know
sad.
what happened with the whole Napoli relationship, but I feel like the whole Napoli relationship almost like blacklisted him a little bit. I don't know. And the whole deal with
You see,
Chelsea also like
yeah.
blacklisted him a little bit, because I just think about Osimhen in Chelsea and what he would have done in
Mm.
this Club World Cup and what he would have done for Chelsea in season, Conference League, and everything.
He
I
will
feel
have
like
made name for himself,
I feel like
right?
he would have really been a great addition to your squad. Joao Pedro is unreal. Nothing against Joao Pedro. That guy is crazy. But then
Yeah,
Osimhen too is special. So it depends on the clubs and what kind of profile of striker they want. If they want somebody more traditional, or if they want
yeah.
somebody that is more dynamic, more techy, that is a kind of striker. So it's up to these teams. Liverpool are ready to demand 43.2 million pounds plus a further
Mm.
4.3 million pounds add-ons for
Yeah.
Darwin Nunez, given the interest that's coming from AC Milan. So AC Milan are
I've
interested in
joined
signing Darwin.
Napoli.
I don't know, man. I feel like Liverpool now are in this boat where we're trying to ship him. Anybody that wants him, come and take him.
Oh my
But
days. Like this
I don't
is
know.
really sad, but
I don't
yeah.
know. But there
I
are
think
talks that.
what I think is for Nunes, I think there's still a player there.
Mhm.
I just think like Nunes, how old is he? Is he like 27? Or is it less than 27?
Nunes will be
There's a
like
player
26,
there.
26, 27, right?
There's a player there,
25, 26,
but
27.
the Premier League maybe is not. It's too fast for him, or the team doesn't
I
just
don't
play
think the
to his
Premier League is
style,
too. I don't think the Premier League is too fast for him. And I don't think
or
that
the.
the team doesn't play with his style. I
So what
think
is the problem?
I think
He needs to go
Nunes
somewhere to get confidence,
I think Nunes
then come back.
initially the language barrier, culture difference might have affected him a little bit.
Oh, we
So
affected his development at that
his
initial
initial,
stage.
his initial like settling, he didn't settle well in that club
Well,
in
true,
Liverpool.
true, true, true.
And then after some time, that confidence started like dropping. When you're a
Mm.
player, you have this easy, like look at Nicholas Jackson today, right? He came in so fired up and still did nothing. You get what I'm saying? We'll get to Club World Cup, but I just wanted to use that as an
But
example.
that's
So,
Nicholas Jackson. I shouldn't
so
be
it's like
surprised.
Nunes is also fitting that kind of profile of player where like
Yeah, where
he
you
has
where
he
you've
has
seen
this
the cap.
energy. To be honest,
Yeah.
Nunes is unreal, and that's why clubs are coming
Mm,
for him. Nunes has everything in this game: hold up play,
mm,
he's skillful,
mm,
he's techy, he can move the ball,
mm.
he can pass well, he can give great assists. You understand? He has
Yeah.
given Salah some good assists. There's just that final thing that is needed for a striker, which is putting the ball at the back of the net. He
Back of
just
the
he
net.
just overthinks it. I think he just
Yeah.
needs to practice a little bit more in more rugged scenarios.
Finishing,
And
finishing.
I think give Nunes a couple 2-3 years of development. When he gets into that his prime, that 28, that 27, 28, I feel like Nunes
Mm.
will become lethal
Really good.
when it comes to finishing. Almost Salah level lethal. Maybe not Salah level lethal, but close enough. I feel like Nunes, I don't know. I believe in him. I believe in Nunes. Maybe it's just the Liverpool fan in me, but I believe in Nunes. There are reports that AC Milan are not just only interested in Nunes, they are also interested in signing Nicolas Jackson or John Felipe Mateta if the price is right. I think for them, it depends on the price. Liverpool have said it's 43.2 million pounds.
Mm.
They will assess if this price is good enough for them. If it's good enough for them, then yes, maybe they might proceed with
Okay,
Nunes.
so let me
Or,
ask you this question:
Mhm.
Is Darwin Nunes better than Nicholas Jackson?
To me personally, I think so.
Why?
Because today, right, Nicolas Jackson
Mm.
came in as a sub. and I think of Darwin Nunes as a sub. Darwin Nunes is a
Mm.
powerful sub. Darwin Nunes
It's
can come,
crazy.
he can come into a game and do
Mm.
something crazy. And he has done that time and time again for Liverpool. He's not a person to come into a game and get a red card 4
And
minutes
the
into the
game will
game.
not change. The game will not, and the game, something must happen
Something
positive.
will change, either due to how he
Okay.
presses or due to how
Mm.
he just keeps running, running. He doesn't give up. He's so
So do
full,
you
so
think?
energetic.
So do you think now that red card, two red cards he's gotten in the span of like the last 5 games he's played, has put a dent in his career and his confidence? Do you think
Nicolas
so?
Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Nicolas Jackson, but I think one thing
I
is
think
clear to him. What is clear
yeah,
to him is that he has fallen down the pecking order when it comes to strikers at Chelsea.
he's the
Joao
third in
Pedro,
line now.
Joao Pedro is top, it's followed by
Yes.
Dilap, followed by him.
For by him.
That is how it's
And
going
the
to be.
only the only saving grace he would have, the only saving grace he would have is that Chelsea sells Madueke and he'll be an option maybe for the wide area.
Why Chelsea not just leave Nkunku? Nkunku was brilliant today. Nkunku was good today. Or you don't think Nkunku did well
Nkunku,
today?
Nkunku,
Nkunku did well today.
he was good today in the sense that he started on the right hand side, was switching,
Well,
coming
kept on
to
coming
the left.
into the middle,
Yes, and
going
I think
out.
that was the plan. He was just so mobile. Him and Kopama constantly switching.
They
I
kept on
think
moving.
the two of them kept. That was the game plan. Like two of them kept
Mhm.
on switching. So when he's in the middle playing as a 10, Kopama goes to the wing. When Kopama is in the middle,
He goes out
it
wide.
seems like two of them were giving free roll.
Yeah.
Then Pedro Neto was doing his thing on the side, on the left hand side. Anyways, yeah, I just feel Jackson. I don't know. He's a good player, but I don't know if he strives under pressure.
You
That's
think
the
there's a lot
only
of pressure
thing.
on him right now?
Now there's a lot of pressure. They've signed two. You know what? When with everything that happened last season,
Mm-hmm.
right? They said they were going to go out and sign two strikers. People
Mm-hmm.
were like, "Why are you signing two strikers?"
Yeah.
They thought the owners were mad, but they've gone out and they've done what they said they would do: sign two strikers.
Yeah.
They are done. They are done with the shenanigans, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's so Kingsley. I'll be honest with you. I've watched so much of Nicholas Jackson based on the service he receives.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, based on the service he receives, you see the people at his back: Kopama, Fernandez,
Pedro Neto.
and Caicedo, Pedro
Mm-hmm.
Neto.
Mm-hmm.
He should not have less than 20 goals in a season in all competition. There is no excuse. There is Kingsley, and he started every single game. It's different from Nunes that was even coming from the bench for most of the games.
And we still get some goals.
He was our only striker, our only hope. Do you get? So
I thought people said Nicolas Jackson was going to be the new Drogba. What happened to that line of thinking? You guys have given up on him now.
my brother, he will be coming from the bench till we see the draw. Talk less of the back.
It was so crazy, man. Anyways, I'll leave all the things I want to say for when we talk about the Club World Cup. Aston Villa have approached Juventus. They are thinking about signing Douglas Luiz.
I knew it'd be Douglas Luiz. Those guys, you know why? You know why?
They
That
know that it was a
that
bad decision to let him go.
God, like
That was a
why? Like what
very
was the reason?
stupid decision to let
He
Douglas
m- he
Luiz
made
go.
he made no sense. And Douglas Luiz now did not play anything in Juventus. He's practically been on the bench for the past 2 years. Like it's more or less like he's wasted his career. He
There was
moved there
no
with his
point. There was no
girlfriend.
point of him going there.
His partner is doing well,
Mhm.
but he no,
Nothing is
right?
happening for
And
him.
yeah, so now I don't know how it's going to be. If he moves back to Aston Villa, does she
Mhm.
move back again?
I mean, it depends on them. It's up to them, right?
Does she move back again? Yeah, yeah. So it depends on them. We'll see what Aston Villa does.
It
But I
depends on
think
them.
why they are
But
going
yeah.
back for
Mhm.
Douglas Luiz is because probably they want to sell Morgan Rogers.
Oh, I
You saw
see.
you saw the rumor that came out this morning that Chelsea inquired about Rogers,
But do you think
whether
Chelsea
it's
should not sign him?
available.
What are you signing Rogers
Rogers.
for? What are you
That's the
signing him
thing.
for?
The problem now is that you go to sign. They are not going for Kudus, obviously. You're going to go and sign Rogers. Rogers and Palmer, they have this kind of like, oh, you stole my celebration kind of vibe between them. You
Yeah,
now put both of them in the same team, and both of them still have the same celebration. How is that going to be?
of like
Roger,
you.
yes, Morgan Rogers scores and his Kopama scores, and I'm like, "Ah, that's bad vibe for the dressing room. I don't know. It just feels no, it's not good. One person has to change that celebration. I don't know if it's a
Is
Kopama
it
that
the
will change it.
celebration you're concerned about or playtime? I'm more concerned about playtime than celebration.
It's going to come from the bench. There's no need discussing
Why will
playtime.
Morgan
It's
Rogers come to Chelsea just to come from the bench? That guy should be in a club
he
where he
will come.
starts.
He will come from the
He's good
bench
enough to
because
start.
okay, who is he going to bench?
That's the
If
point.
they
That's
are
the
in,
point. Why come to Chelsea then?
yeah. So we'll see. It depends.
It makes no sense
It
to me. But for
depends
Douglas Luiz, Leeds and Everton are also interested in him.
in him. Okay.
But Unai Emery came out and said he's adamant and he will not sell
Mm.
McGinn. I don't know if there's interest in
McGinn.
McGinn. Yeah, you know McGinn, right?
I
I'm
know
sure you know
McGinn. Yeah,
McGinn. Okay, I'll be
I
surprised if you
know
don't know him.
McGinn.
But there's interest from Everton for McGinn, but he came out to say today that he's not going to sell McGinn. I don't know why
He's a captain.
anybody. Yeah, I don't even know why there's interest in signing McGinn. I think he's more of a
McGinn.
Villa boy.
McGinn will suit the way Everton plays. A traditional person, traditional British player that understands
Uh,
a traditional British manager, David
mm,
Moyes.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Right? McGinn plays how a British player plays. Like you know what he's going to do on the ball. XYZ
mm-hmm,
is the instruction. He goes out
mm-hmm,
there, he executes XYZ. He's a
mm-hmm.
captain material, he's a leader in
He's
the
he's
dressing room.
good. He's really good.
David Moyes needs that, right? So
So there's
that's
nobody McGinn.
McGinn
right now at Everton that can fit in that role.
in the
I thought
middle of
I
the
thought
park.
Everton were also interested
Who
in signing. You're saying that there's
is
nobody at Everton right now that can fit
gay?
in that role.
No, which person is fitting in the role currently? There's no one. Who are you mentioning? Who are you putting forward? Who is in Everton's midfield? There's no one, right? So that's the thing.
That's crazy. Anyways, let's move
Yeah.
on to La Liga. Unless you have any Premier League transfer you want to bring up, or
No, I don't have
That's
any.
all the
No,
Premier
no,
League
no,
transfers I have. Okay, La
no.
Liga. Barcelona are interested in signing a player from Atletico Madrid. Guess who that is?
Hope it's not Conor Gallagher. Please just tell me it's not. Please don't.
Julian Alvarez.
Yeah. Like this Barcelona, like these guys, they're just jokers. You know, they're just like how do I say it now? All these people that just like to window shop. They just go around window shop. They can't buy it. You didn't carry your ATM. You didn't carry money.
I've not
They're
finished
just
telling you. I've not finished telling you the how much the deal is supposed to be for.
120.
It's supposed to be
Cannot
for.
be less.
It's supposed to be for. It's estimated to be more than 100 million euros
Obviously,
to sign Julian
because
Alvarez.
they paid 80 million. How much should they sell him
And
for?
you know what the conversation that's going on right now with them.
Oh,
Barcelona, they're thinking, how can we move money around such
no,
that
gosh.
this transfer can happen? I'm
Oh,
like,
oh,
you
well,
guys are
back to the same old
delusional.
story.
You
Back to
guys
the
are
same old
delusional. You guys
story.
don't have the money to sign
Yeah,
anybody. You
they
have
should
no
just stick with
money.
academic talents for now. That's
Yeah.
what I. If you ask me, for the next 2 years,
Hmm.
stick with academic talents. In your third year, you can
Yeah.
sell one or two.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
generate funds into the squad, then you do it again. Maybe at least for the next 6 years,
Hmm.
focus on your academy fully. Academy. Make sure they are developing and add maybe one or two.
Yeah.
But apart from that, no.
Yeah. Anyways, Luis Diaz has demanded a clause in his contract negotiations with Barcelona, which has demanded a clause in contract negotiation with Barcelona, which would see him compensated financially if he cannot be registered. So it still goes back to the same
So if
registration.
he's not registered, so
Then
what would he be doing?
you pay
He
him
will be
a
on
certain
the
amount of
bench.
money. I don't know. What happens to players that they can't register? What happens to them?
They don't play. I don't get the point. Like if you are not registered, how do you play?
And he does
Like
actually. Luis Diaz is actually not even interested in doing a free transfer. Actually, he's not interested
what do
in.
you mean?
He said the Liverpool forward would not demand a free transfer, unlike Nico Williams. Nico Williams was he?
Oh No, Nico Williams. Yeah, Joao Pedro is amazing.
Joao Pedro was
Very,
amazing
very good.
today. It was really amazing today.
Was really good. Was really good. Yeah, but yeah, it depends.
I think the registration thing with Barcelona is really crazy, but anyways, Marcus Rashford has also assured Barcelona that he would wait to the very end of this transfer window to see that he can make a move to Barca. I don't know
Rashford
what's
is
going
not
on with
serious.
Barcelona. I don't know what's going on with
Rashford is not
Barcelona, number
serious.
one.
He's not
And I
serious.
also don't know what is going on with Marcus Rashford and
He's
his
not serious.
his passion to want to join Barcelona.
He's earning
Why?
300. So why won't he wait? He waits till the end of the August. He
Because
keep collecting 300.
he feels like they can afford to
Yeah.
pay him 300.
I don't know what he's thinking. So that's his business. He's not serious. He's not serious. So that's it.
Anyways, well, Arsenal have also offered Saliba an extension on his contract as well.
That
So
was like
given
last
that they
week,
were, yeah,
2 weeks.
but given the interest that was coming for Real Madrid, they decided to extend, his contract. But
They are not taking that risk.
they are scared. But for Konate, we all know Konate is going to go to Real Madrid, so we can just
Yeah,
start
yeah.
counting the days. His days as a Liverpool player
That is numbered.
are numbered. Yeah, it's
Okay, should
numbered.
we dive into the Club World Cup?
Yeah, let's dive into the Club World Cup. Chelsea are now in the final of the Club World Cup. Big ups to you guys. I mean, I expected you guys to beat Fluminense. It is not shocking. It is not
Ah,
shocking at all.
ah.
I'm surprised that
If we had lost, what would have happened?
I would have been surprised, but I watched the full game actually. I watched the full game. I watched the whole
How did
game.
you see my squad?
You guys started off really great. I was like,
Yeah.
what crossed my mind immediately as I started watching you guys was, if this is the Chelsea that we see in league, you guys will be
Mm.
very dangerous. That press, that man marking, almost some sort of man marking press. Yeah, exactly. Like what
Yes.
you saying,
Next Premier League
next
is
Premier
going
League
to be
going to be
interesting.
interesting. The way you
Yeah,
guys were
yeah.
man marking Fluminense and just Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, the way they were running at them,
Ah.
I was really scared for
Any
Fluminense. They
yeah,
broke up all the transition play.
anybody that tells me that Caicedo is not worth 100 million would have a big fight. That boy is worth 100 million.
Nah,
100%.
Caicedo is
The work
unreal.
he the work he
Mhm,
does,
mhm.
he's like two people.
Yeah.
You just have that. The team just has that confidence. Caicedo is there,
Mhm.
right? He's there. You saw the last game, not this
Yeah.
one, the one before, that he was
Yeah.
not there. It
It
just felt
felt
like
very
we were too
open.
open. There was
Mhm,
nobody. It was just a mess. Do you
mhm.
get so? But I'm happy we're in the final now. We see what happens.
I feel
But
like Caicedo does two
yeah,
things for you
yeah,
guys in your midfield.
Caicedo is a machine.
He does
He's a
two
mix of
things very
Kante and Makelele.
exactly. He does two
Yeah,
things very well. Stop play, the other
and
thing from transitioning,
continues the
and moves
transition,
the
the
ball
play,
forward.
ball forward. Yeah,
It's crazy. I kept on
which
watching
is
him do the
crazy.
same
And
thing
his
over and over
passes.
again.
Do you know that he had
Passes are
60
very good.
passes today? He
Mhm.
tried 60 passes and 58 were successful.
Yeah.
He has
That
a very
that
high
boy is,
passing
man.
accuracy,
Caicedo is unreal,
right?
man. He's unreal. It's unreal.
Crazy passing
It's
accuracy.
unreal.
So that's it.
I've not watched a lot of Chelsea games, but the games I've watched with Caicedo playing, he has really impressed me. He has gone above and
Yeah,
beyond. Like
yeah, yeah.
even Enzo tried
Even
today.
Fernandez, that's what I'm saying.
Enzo did
That's
well
what I
today.
that's why I tell
I
you
don't
guys. I
still
said,
think Enzo is worth 100 million.
listen,
That's still debatable, but
He's what
Enzo did
no, no,
very
no.
well today.
He's Enzo is worth 100 million. Why I say Enzo is worth 100 because he will come to Jackson. Enzo would always show up when it matters the most. He
Yeah.
would. He's not
Mhm.
going to ghost. You see
Yeah.
this final we're going to. We are
Hmm.
going to see Enzo Fernandez. He's going
He
to, if
did
Chelsea
well.
needs a goal,
He
he's
did
going to
well.
try to score that goal. If Chelsea needs a pass, he's going to try. So that's it. He had an assist
I
today.
like the fight in Enzo. I like the
Yeah,
fight in Enzo. Like he just constantly keeps going.
before
I feel like that
going,
Caicedo influence too
he's
is kind of rubbing
yeah,
up on him a little
he's
bit.
learning
So
from
he's
Caicedo.
down and dirty
Yeah,
and
it
rough.
feels like both of them have started playing similarly. If you
Similar style of,
notice,
yeah,
he
similar
goes
way
down
the
with
way
the
they
ball,
break up
hands up
play.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
so
good. Very. I was very, very impressed with the way Enzo and Caicedo were breaking up the transition play for Fluminense. You guys locked them back. And then let's talk about Pedro Neto. Ah, man.
damn.
What a
And he was on
signing, man. It
left
was
is
on the
his
left.
original, left is his side. I hope you know.
Man, it was
Left. Oh
unreal.
my days, he's
The way
good.
he was playing around with the
We'll
the
just move in then.
I don't even know the name of the Fluminense fullback that he was playing around with, but he
I
was
don't
moving the
know. I
guy
don't know.
left, right, giving crosses, unexpected crosses, just whipping into the box. I'm like, how are you doing this? How are you doing this? And then on the
And
other side, I'm
he
seeing
can pass with
Nkunku.
he can play with his right and left. I hope you know.
Bro, I'm
He
telling
can,
you, bro. Like, I
yeah.
think we need wingers. We need
Liverpool
at
is a
least a
winger.
winger. I think we need a winger. I think we need a
On which
winger.
side? On which side?
Honestly speaking, Salah has locked up that right wing, so it's like
He's done.
there's
You're
just
done.
no chance to bench Salah.
But what about moving Salah
Salah
to
is
be a striker?
unreal. I
Moving
don't know.
Salah to be you don't
I
think
don't know.
so?
I don't know. Salah plays more of like an inside forward type of role, where he
True,
like
true, true.
sometimes he just tucks into that midfield. But honestly, we need a very skillful winger. With the way football is moving, with all these skillful fullbacks, skillful
Casey. Yeah.
attacking wing backs and skillful wingers, it's almost like
Yeah.
wing play is almost becoming a very popular thing now in football. But Pedro
Yeah.
Neto was unreal today. He was really, really
Yeah.
amazing today. And then Enzo Caicedo unreal, and then
Yeah.
Joao Pedro, the
Damn.
bangers he scored.
Damn.
That was
Damn.
a
That,
statement.
this is a striker.
That is a
This is
striker.
a striker.
You guys have a striker.
This is a
Congratulations. Congratulations.
I honestly thank you. Like we have a striker. He's not we've been suffering, like crying since Diego Costa. And this one is just his touches is soft. He's not fighting anybody.
He knows what he wants to do.
He's not fighting you.
The
He's not
confidence he plays with.
no. You give him and the main thing is if you give him a little space, he's going to score.
You're
That's what
done.
he showed today.
You're done.
Give him space,
And
he's going to
and
score.
the great thing about him is he's Premier League proven. He has played against all the defenders in the Premier League.
So
He
he
has
knows
scored against all
everybody.
of them.
Everybody.
That
So
was I don't know why
yeah,
Liverpool did
yeah.
not sign Joao Pedro. We were
God.
rumored to sign Joao Pedro, but
You
we did not
guys missed out.
exactly. Joao
You
Pedro
guys
has
missed out.
the Brazilian technique
Brazilian
and Premier
technique
League
and
experience to
Bayern
show
experience.
to show power
Yeah,
shots.
he's short.
His
He's
power
short.
shots,
Damn,
the
most
two
part.
strikes he did today.
You think he doesn't have any shots in his leg? The way he is
You're
moving.
joking. You're joking.
Just give him
The
space.
two strikes he did today, there's no keeper that is catching that. Both of them. The two
He
strikes.
wanted to make sure.
No
He
keeper is
wanted to
catching
make
that.
sure. He
No
wanted to
keeper,
make sure.
especially the second strike. The second strike, the way he whipped that ball went because it was very close to the keeper, right? It was in the box.
Yeah.
The way he whips that ball, it went
To
up.
make sure.
It went
Yes.
up and landed down inside that ball. I was
Inside.
like, hey, Joao Pedro, you're announcing yourself. But bro, you need to chill, bro. Like you need to chill. Like
No, he needs to continue. Now, you know,
Arsenal, Liverpool,
yeah.
man, this team's midfield, what a concurrence. Next Premier League, wow. Like next Premier League is going to be crazy.
It'll be tough. The battle of the middle. Arsenal's midfield, Liverpool's midfield, even Man
Because
City.
Florian has come. Florian.
Oh my God.
Now
Everybody's
is who can outscore who.
In fact,
that Premier League title race is going to be harder than ever for Arsenal. I'm telling you.
I think teams like Newcastle that finished fifth, there might be a gap between these teams, the four of them, Augusto just mentioned, and the rest.
Yeah.
So everybody here, I feel everybody here is a potential title winner.
Everybody's a potential title winner. Everybody just mentioned that now.
If
you can't look at one
that
team
person is taking over.
Yeah, because everybody reinforced.
Yeah.
City are looking to sign Dumfries on their right back position, right wing back. They signed Dumfries.
Yeah.
They have Ryan Aitnuri. They have Cherky. They have Rangers. They rebuilt their midfield.
Yeah.
And they have Haaland. Haaland would score.
They are done. Czech is even there. Yeah, they are done.
Liverpool actually brought out 116 million pounds.
They know. Yeah, that's
Florian.
it.
It remains. There's still rumors of a striker, but once they sign a striker, Liverpool is done. And then you look at Arsenal. Arsenal want to sign Gyökeres. They want to. They have their midfield. Zubimendi.
Oh my days. Today I did do myself some good. I went and started watching Gyökeres clips. Kingsley.
That is unreal.
Like, is this what Arsenal is buying?
I feel like the top four is already clear, guys. It's already clear. And I'm telling you, the title race might be won by a few points. It's not going to be what happened with last season where it was like a 10-point gap.
1 point. And maybe it will be 1 point that will separate everybody. 1 point.
It could be just a few points.
Yeah.
That will separate the winner and the second.
goal difference will be very key. So
Gold
now I
because
think
it's like
I think Liverpool needs you guys need a winger and a striker.
we need a winger
Actually,
and a striker.
and a striker.
I
Chelsea
mean,
needs a
Gakpo is
goalkeeper.
good, but all these
Chelsea
Luis
needs
Diaz.
Chelsea, Chelsea needs a goalkeeper. They
Mm-hmm,
need a goalkeeper.
mm-hmm.
If they're to be taken serious, they
You
need
need a
a goalkeeper
goalkeeper. You need a
for sure.
goalkeeper. You need a
For sure.
goalkeeper. Actually,
That's it.
Sanchez
Yeah.
today. Do you know they almost scored Sanchez? Even not Cucurella. Sanchez today.
Cucurella knew Sanchez. He's like, you don't understand. Cucurella knows his. You are not getting this in. Cucurella knows his keeper. So immediately he went. Something that you've gone and you stayed big. The guy took it under your.
Under
Gave
your
you a
leg.
nutmeg. Nutmeg, a keeper.
Ah,
That's why
man.
Cucurella just went to the middle because he knew that
Shubin.
something might happen. And if you see where Cucurella knew that it was going to be a nutmeg. The way Cucurella ran to the middle of the post. Do you get what I'm saying? He
I don't
just
know,
had the idea that,
man.
and he passed it to Tosin.
Like, it's
He just
crazy.
we
Man,
need a
Trubin,
better
Trubin
goalkeeper.
actually might be serious for you guys though. Might be
Trubin.
serious. Trubin, if you guys sign him, yeah, actually he's a very good keeper. I just
Are
pulled
they
up his
going in
stats.
for him?
I
Are
don't know.
they
No,
going
it's,
in
it's
for
just
him?
something that Augusto said in the
But
chat. Like
he
I think
he,
it
he
might
made
be
a lot
unreal
of
for you guys.
he made a lot of good
But
saves. But
Petrovic compared to Robert
no,
Sanchez, I don't know.
I actually think Sanchez is better than Petrovic.
Yeah,
If
I
you
don't know.
ask me, in short,
Mm-hmm.
why I say that is when I compare goalkeepers,
Mm-hmm.
right? I look at them. Did you save? Did you make a save that you were meant to save?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't count that because that's your job.
Yeah.
Where I count world class goalkeepers is you are making a save we did not expect you to make.
Unreal save.
It's
We
just like
thought
that.
we thought he was going to go become a goal and you saved it.
Yes, and an example is that Joao Pedro's first goal. If that keeper had made that save, you'll be like,
We would have
oh
been
my
like,
god,
whoa.
he saved that. He saved
Yeah.
that. So that's it. That's
Yeah.
what
Like
like
exactly. Like check.
check.
Yeah.
Thank
Like check.
you.
Like
So
check.
you
Like
make
check.
save that and say,
Yeah.
he saved that. There's some save Courtois makes that you be like, oh my
How did
god,
you save that?
Courtois saved that.
Because Courtois could save that Joao Pedro strike, the first one. No, maybe not the
He
second
could.
one. He
The
could because
second,
Courtois is
yes,
Courtois
he's
is
long.
very, very
He's
tall.
long. His
Courtois is
hands are
very
long.
tall and he's very, very fast. Courtois is what makes Courtois good is his height and his reflex.
Long
That
and
match
he's
it.
long.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
long,
And he knows how to get to the
right?
ground quick. He knows how to jump high.
Yeah. Check.
So
Yeah. Check. He said Check was. Augustus and Check was so
so
clever.
clever. He could
Yes, he could
read
read
the
the mind of the
mind.
striker.
Yeah.
And you know he's playing hockey now. He's a goalie in hockey.
Really?
As for yes, and he's doing well. The brother refused to retire. He went to
No
another sport,
way.
and he said, "Yes, he's doing well." I was in
Wow, that
shock.
is
You know
interesting.
when he left being technical director at Chelsea, right? 3 years
Yeah,
ago. Then he was bored. The next year he
yeah.
joined the hockey, and before you know, they recruited him. He said he's playing professional hockey now
That is interesting. That
as
is
a
really
coach.
interesting. Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah,
No, but you guys were unreal today. You guys beat Fluminense, like smoked them. Like after the first half, I was just like, you guys are going to win this game. You guys are there's no chance.
I wasn't so sure
Fluminense, they were gassed. I'm not even going to lie.
they
Like
were,
when it
and
got to like
they started those physical stuff.
it did not work.
We didn't work. We
Did
too
not
started our
work.
too.
I feel like you guys learned a lot of lessons from playing Flamengo. That when you
Big
came into
lesson,
this game,
big lesson,
from
big
the
one.
moment they passed the ball, you guys were on them. You were on
Yes,
Fluminense,
that's it.
on them, on
That's
them, on them till you scored. I was like,
yeah.
wow, you guys really did have a plan. But congrats to Chelsea, final of the Club World Cup. You guys have gotten 80 million pounds from getting to the final of the Club World Cup. That's actually some good investment.
That's good.
That means the money
That's
that you used to sign Joao Pedro, you've gotten it back.
done,
It's business.
done,
United. Look
done,
at business.
done,
Damn. Do you
done.
remember, guys? Liverpool, Chelsea 4-4 at Stamford Bridge,
Fuck, I
Champions League,
remember, I
2009, the
remember,
most thrilling match I've ever
I
seen.
remember,
And Liverpool,
I
Chelsea were
re-
always drawing. Have you noticed?
I
We're
remember.
always,
Oh my
we're
god.
always, man, next season is gonna
I
be
still
crazy.
remember that night because I was still in
Next
uni
season,
then, right?
next season is gonna be crazy.
I still remember that night clearly. Yeah.
We're always drawing each other, Liverpool, Chelsea. So next season, I don't know, man. Rodrygo, Alex free kick was so
Ah,
power,
ah,
so
yeah,
powerful.
Alex. Yeah.
Wow,
Wow, it's
man, it's,
crazy.
it's it's crazy, man. But let's talk about
But
PSG Real Madrid. If you don't have anything to say, what you
oh,
would say?
oh my no, I wanted to say that now the only thing now I'm worried about Chelsea is
Yeah,
they still want to add another attacker and they want to maybe sell Nkunku.
and you
They
guys are
want to
linked
sell
with Eze.
Nkunku.
You guys are linked with
Yes,
Eze too. So,
they want to sell Nkunku, add
mm-hmm,
another attacker,
mm-hmm.
but I think they need a goalkeeper. They are not taking it serious. They are not.
Mm.
They
That
need a
goalkeeper is quite
goalkeeper.
is actually quite serious.
And the thing that pains me is that I think this current sporting direct, the two technical directors, right?
Mm-hmm.
They keep saying they've already signed a goalkeeper, more like what's this guy's name? The guy that plays for Real Madrid.
Like
The
Courtois.
Courtois. Yeah, they compare
Mm-hmm.
the guy to Courtois. He's
Really?
been going on. Yes, he's been going on loan.
So
They
maybe
said they've
maybe
signed.
that's the plan, right?
So, but the thing is, he's not ready. Do you get? He's not ready yet. They don't want to throw him into the mix.
That's true.
Ah, he said
That's
I want
true.
Real as I
If
remember
you
in the
guys, if
final
you guys
because
meet, if you
it's
guys meet PSG, if you guys meet PSG, Sanchez is done.
yeah, yeah.
Sanchez is
Ah,
done, bro.
that press, he's not going to cope with it.
Sanchez is
And
done.
he'll probably do something stupid.
He will make a mistake.
Pardon my language, but
Yeah,
I'm sure he's
he,
going to
he'll
do
he'll
that.
make a mistake. But
Yeah,
I
it's smart.
actually, let's talk about PSG Real Madrid, bro. Like, damn, that game tomorrow, like, man,
Real
it's
Madrid
going to
PSG.
be, it's good. Real Madrid PSG or PSG Real Madrid, I don't know. The two teams, I don't
Mm,
know, man. I don't know. You can't look at that game and just say, obviously, we want to say it's PSG that will go through, but still, when Real Madrid come against a team, it's Real Madrid.
mm.
You expect Real Madrid to still have some answers, but
Real Madrid is Real Madrid.
This
They are
PSG
good.
team, they've been unreal. They've beaten almost, how many teams have they beaten now? I feel like they've beaten almost all the top teams in Europe. They've beaten almost all the top teams in Europe at
They've
this
beaten
point.
Barcelona,
They've
they've
beaten
beaten
Barcelona.
Bayern,
They've
they've
beaten
beaten
Bayern.
Inter,
They've beaten
they've
Liverpool.
beaten Manchester City, they've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Arsenal.
They've beaten
Who have
Arsenal.
they not
They've
who
beaten
have they not
Villa.
beaten?
They've beat every they've beaten almost all the top teams in Europe. So it's like
I think the only person left is Real Madrid.
as Xabi Alonso, what do you do? What do you do in this inside? What tactic? What change? How do you stop Hakimi and how do you stop?
Yeah.
But they cannot beat Chelsea. Are you sure? Is it they cannot beat
It's
Chelsea?
no, the thing is that they've beaten all the English teams. So that's the way I look at it. They've
Yeah.
beaten every English team. They might be too overconfident. I feel like if PSG plays Chelsea, this is what I think. If
Mm.
PSG plays Chelsea,
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea will respect them, but they will play. Do you get? But
Mm-hmm.
PSG would look down. I just have this feeling that they might always be Chelsea. We're beating every English team.
I feel
It's
like
Chelsea.
PSG Chelsea could easily be a game that goes to penalties.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
if Chelsea don't,
PSG are tired.
yeah, they are tired, but
I've
we'll
got this
see how
feeling
it
PSG
goes
are
with
tired.
we'll see how it goes with Real Madrid. It depends on that game because Real
Yeah,
Madrid, I don't feel like Al Hilal was a test for them. They could not beat Al Hilal, right?
true.
Outside Al Hilal, they've not really had that much of would I
Test.
say
They've not
a test.
tested them.
They've not really they've not
Yeah,
really had a test after Al Hilal. They faced Dortmund, they beat Dortmund. I don't think that game was difficult for them. Aside
no,
Dortmund, even the group that they were in, I didn't think that group, apart from Alila, I didn't think any other team
it was
was really
tough. It
strong enough
wasn't
to
tough.
give them a
Who
test.
did they play?
But
Who did they play in the second round?
in the round of 16, let me see who they
Yeah,
play in the round of 16. I'll have to see I can't remember off the top of my head. Let me see.
he said. Augusto is saying it's Mbappe against his ex team against. Okay.
Yeah, they played Juventus.
Oh, Juventus
Yeah, they
now.
played Juventus. They beat Juventus. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mbappe against his ex team. Yeah, I think if PSG beats Real Madrid, it's almost like a statement to Mbappe. It's just like how PSG won the Champions League when Mbappe left.
Then you now play the team that beat them with
Literally
Mbappe there.
with Mbappe in
Oh.
it. But I
So the
think
question
Mhm.
the question now is, would Mbappe be regretting that he left?
I don't think so. Mbappe always wanted to
Because
go
he
to Real Madrid.
always thought he always anyways,
That's
he
his
always
that's his
thought,
dream club.
yeah, but he always thought that PSG had a ceiling cap. Yes, some of the statements
Yeah.
he made then, they
Mhm.
have a ceiling and this XYZ,
Yeah,
and
man.
he always thought it,
Trent Alexander Arnold versus Nuno Mendes.
that would be interesting.
Bro.
That
Bro,
would be
we're about to
interesting.
see. I mean, they've met each other before, so they just
Have
get to
they?
meet. Liverpool
Oh, in
PSG.
Liverpool. And one was more
They're about
successful
to
than
they're
the
about to
other.
meet each other again. But Trent, I'm not gonna lie, Trent has been looking good these days. You know,
He's been
we've
trying. He's
complained
been
about
trying.
how Trent is not good defensive, but Trent has been showing us he has been showing us some improvement defensive wise. But
Mm,
Trent's strength comes from his
mm.
offensive play. He's really good offensively. Those balls into the
True.
box.
True.
I guess the question I have now is, would Xabi Alonso start Mbappe over Gonzalo Garcia?
If I was a coach,
Mm-hmm.
I'll start Gonzalo ahead of him.
That's the best thing.
Oh, reason why I said that is because
Mm-hmm.
as a coach, if
Mm-hmm.
something works, you've seen it works,
Mm-hmm.
there's no need to change it unnecessarily.
There's no need to
You can
panic.
always, yes, you can always bring in Mbappe 70 something minutes. He
Mm-hmm.
will come in, and that game might probably go to extra time.
Yeah.
So Mbappe he still has enough in his legs to do damage,
Yeah.
right? But if you start Mbappe, Mbappe will not be able to play full 90
Yeah.
because we can say he's still recovering. You take off
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe, you really need someone that is lethal and dangerous like him.
Yeah.
He's not there. So we
Mm-hmm.
don't know. You don't know. Me, I feel like he will start the boy, but we'll see.
I am 100%. I'm right there with you. I think
Or
start Gonzalo Garcia
does he bench Vini?
for Mbappe. That would be an interesting move, bench
Yeah,
Vini for
because
Mbappe. Because what's the
Mbappe
point of
is
Vini
more
even playing in that
yes,
game?
yeah.
I think
Mbappe can do
Mbappe
everything Vini is doing.
Put Gonzalo Garcia up front.
He's more dead
And we might even
dangerous.
have
Yeah.
I feel like Madrid have always been looking for this kind of striker, and I've not really enjoyed Mbappe as a nine, even though Mbappe has been brilliant as a nine. He
No,
scored, he
he's
was
a
the top
left
scorer.
winger.
He's the top
Yeah.
scorer. He finished as top scorer in La Liga. But I just
In
prefer
the whole of
Mbappe.
La Liga,
Yeah, La Liga last season,
as a
Mbappe was the
nine.
top as the nine. Yeah, he was top scorer. He scored the
Oh
most
my
goals,
God,
unless
he's
I'm
so
wrong.
good.
But I'm
Mbappe
pretty
is
sure
so good.
Mbappe was top scorer in La Liga last season. But Mbappe as a nine is brilliant, actually. And people always
Yeah.
complain that Mbappe even had a flop season, whatever. He scored a lot of goals. I like Mbappe as a nine,
Love
but I
season, I
but
still
I
had 40 something goals.
but I imagine, but I still prefer Mbappe on the left wing. There's just something so
He's so good.
unreal
He's
about
so
what
good.
Mbappe does when he's on that left wing. Like
That's his natural
that's
position.
his natural, like that brings out his
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah.
So
I watched I watched it. Sorry to cut you short. I watched se- oh please they should sell that boy off. Or just throw him in the garbage. Anything. Just he's not meant to be on this team. I'll
Badiashe,
be honest. Sell him off. Him and
do you,
Disasi, they didn't work out.
what do you think about Chaluba? Chaluba was not bad today. Chaluba Tosin paying up. It wasn't bad, right? It was not too bad.
The funny thing is that Badiashile, before his injury, he
Mm-hmm.
had a serious injury. Before that injury, Badiashile was actually very good.
Mm.
Since after that injury, I just feel like now he's one
More
touch too
cautious.
slow. One touch too slow.
Oh, like
And
just a
he's
little bit slow.
before he was just so intelligent in his before you know it, he's there he's picking the ball from you, he knows where to be, but now it feels
Yeah,
like one step behind, and before you know it, Bajeshel is turning back, he's running at his goal, or before you know it, he makes a bad pass. Do you get it? Feels like
yeah.
his decision making has slowed down maybe one step, right? So
Mm,
that's the
okay.
only problem I see with
That's exactly
Badiashile.
what Augusto is
Apart from
saying. But
yeah,
Badiashile has
or
good
yeah,
physicality, but not so
physicality.
much good positioning and
Position.
errors.
So the positioning was the
Mm-hmm.
problem. After his injury, he started
Mm-hmm.
having a positioning problem.
Yeah.
Then obviously he's one step behind everything. Say
Mm-hmm.
so he cannot. No, he said so he cannot
He cannot be
be.
as good as Konate from Liverpool.
No, 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 no,
I don't
no.
think so.
I
I don't
don't
think
think
so.
so. No. Konate survived his injury, came back and became better.
Yeah, Konate actually improved a lot.
Yes,
I
you
used to
remember when
complain
he came
about
back? Initially, he had that bad injury. He came back.
I
It felt like
remember, yeah.
what's wrong with
What's wrong
Konate?
with him? Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
before you knew it, he started
Became
becoming
better. I don't know if it's the
became good.
Virgil. I don't know if it's the Van Dijk influence on Konate. You know,
That helped
sometimes
him.
sometimes pairing
He
up with
might think
somebody more experienced and senior, you can
you
learn a
help your
little bit
team.
about. You can improve your
Yeah,
game and stuff.
yeah.
But Konate really improved this game. I used to complain about Konate always overcommitting and always moving
Mm.
out of positions and stuff and being unnecessarily aggressive. But Konate now is just a wall. It's just a brick. And I can't imagine Real Madrid coming for Konate and just pairing him up with Rudiger. I don't think anybody's scoring Real Madrid in the next couple games because
Two
Rudiger,
walls.
Konate, two
Rudiger is a
walls,
wall. Oh, that's not fair. And you have this guy that is there that can come from the bench. The boy
Militao.
from Bournemouth, right?
Oh,
The boy.
Dean Ferguson too. I even thought you were talking about
Yes.
Militao.
Yeah.
Ferguson too is
Yeah.
there. So imagine Ferguson, Konate pairing up in
Yes.
that centre back position.
Yeah.
What
That's
else?
not
What
fair.
else do you want, man? You have a super team at that. Real Madrid, they are really cooking in this. In the next summer, I think at the end of the next season, I think they'll really have a very serious team. If Madrid don't win the
Yeah.
Champions League, next Champions League, I'm very sure they'll
Mm.
have a team to win the next one. Because
The
Madrid,
next one.
yeah, Madrid, they are, man, the way they are putting things together, they're looking pretty
Mm.
dangerous. But PSG, Real Madrid, if you had to give a prediction, what would your prediction be? Where are you putting it on? Who is moving on to the
I
final?
just I second what Augusto said.
That PSG are
The
tired.
coach, like when no. When you look at the PSG team, it's
Mhm.
not just about the players.
Yeah,
The players are being coached. They are well coached,
yeah,
right? You see what the manager wants. They are doing it. They are
yeah,
young. And don't forget this PSG team is young,
yeah.
right? This PSG team is young.
Mhm,
Tactically,
mhm.
Luis Enrique is good.
Luis Enrique,
Is good.
man,
I
unreal.
anyway. I feel like everybody is going to say PSG, 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 but maybe Real Madrid
Mhm,
might surprise us, and Real
mhm.
Madrid might win, right?
Yeah, he
One,
will not
two,
play.
yes.
Yeah,
That's
Pacho.
the
Pacho is not
only thing.
around. One other
Yeah, it's
person
just
took red card in that game, right? One
two
other
of
person
them,
took.
two of them, two of
Uh,
them. I've forgotten the other guy's name. But the key thing is that Pancho plays in midfield. Like
yeah.
he plays in
No, no, no.
midfield.
He's a
He's
defender. He's a defender. Pacho. Pacho is a defender.
Pancho is a defender. Is he?
Yeah, he's a centre back. Pacho is a center. He's not a defender.
I thought
Am I
Pancho
true?
plays in midfield.
Pacho in the midfield. Really?
Why was I thinking it was a four? Let me confirm that Ecuadorian defender.
Yeah, so I think it's Pacto and who got the red card again. Was it Hernandez, Lucas Hernandez?
Oh, is it two defenders? There are two defenders. Oh my days.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they are going to move on from this Real Madrid game. I don't know if they're going to
Hmm.
move on from this Real Madrid game. It might be tougher than the
But
thing.
that, but that,
Yeah,
that's
Pacto and
straight
Lucas
red.
Hernandez.
That straight
Mhm.
red means they missed two games, right?
So they don't get to the final too.
So they missed this. But is the card wiped out? That's the question.
But wait, Nicolas Jackson got a card. Was it straight red? Did
Was
Jackson
it
not just
straight
miss
red?
one game? Is it not one game he
He,
missed? Or it was two
no, he
games?
missed. He missed two games.
Flamengo.
Let's
It was
let's
Flamengo he
check
got a
now.
red card for. It was
Yeah,
Flamengo he
and he
got a
missed
red
the
card
next
for.
two games.
And then
Yeah,
he
it's
missed
two
he
straight
didn't play in
games.
the next two.
Let's see. Red card.
Anyways, Augusto might be right. I feel
What
like
did Augusto say?
maybe PSG are tired. Because how many I don't know, man. How many trophies do you think they will have the capability of winning? Do you really think PSG will win the Club World Cup again? This will be unreal for them. What a season! You win your league, you win the Champions League, you win the Club World Cup. I
But
mean,
usually, usually when you play Champions League, you are expected to go on and play Club World Cup, right? And win it. It's part of the trophy in your bag. Do
yeah,
you get?
true,
So if they
true,
don't
true.
win it, it will be disappointing for them,
It
right?
will be
Because they are the
disappointing for them, but it's still
yeah, Champions
they're
League
still a very
winners.
impressive team. I don't think it takes anything out of them if they lose to Real Madrid. But then
Mm.
it's going to be a tough game for sure. It's going to be a tough game. I think it depends on how they play, but I don't think anything will change with how PSG play. PSG are going to come out and play. Is it and then
Mm.
Chelsea 2-1 Real Madrid? Okay, I'm going to say it's a Chelsea fan. We can already tell. You can already tell you're a Chelsea fan
So Agosto, anyway? Agosto prefers Real Madrid because of Alonso,
because
and
there's a chance
he
that
has
maybe Maresca might beat
yes.
Alonso
Yeah, yes, in the sense that two of them are the same, but
almost on the
Enrique is
same level
just too.
tactically.
is smarter than two of them. I don't know how they are going to
I
win.
think
To
I
be
think Enrique will have a plan. I don't know if
yeah,
Madrid will have what it takes. I will just for odds, I will
he's
lean on the side of
dangerous.
I will lean, yeah.
Also, he say
It's
dangerous
dangerous
talks.
talks.
I think he
Just
needs
for
a
odds,
bomb for that.
I'll lean on the side of PSG winning this one. I'll lean on the side of PSG. I don't know.
Yeah, I just feel yes. That's exactly like Enrique. He feels like he has answer for everything. I want to see
Mm.
the answer he has for missing two defenders.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see. And the big
Let's see.
question is, even if they qualify,
Mhm.
are they going to miss those defenders in the final?
I still feel like if they qualify and they face Chelsea, PSG have what it takes to beat Chelsea with or without those defenders. Because
Okay.
honestly, the only problem I have with Chelsea,
Mm.
the only problem I have with Chelsea is your
Mm.
keeper. With what
True.
that Flamengo,
True.
let me tell you, Flamengo, they had one opportunity, one successful
Mm.
transition that
Mm.
Caicedo and Enzo could not stop. With that
Mm.
transition, they faced your keeper and they not made your
Mm.
keeper. Even not because of Cucurella that kicked it to save your keeper the embarrassment, they would have scored.
Let's
Now
go.
think
Yeah.
about it. Imagine if that player was not that Flamengo player.
Yes.
Remove that player,
Oh
put
my God.
Kvaratskhelia. Remove that
Oh,
player, put
it's
Due.
go. It's
Remove
go.
that player,
It's
put
go.
Dembele.
It's go. Clean go. Go.
PSG, they are not missing their engine. They are not
Yeah.
missing
Yeah.
Vitinha.
No.
They are not missing Due.
No.
They are not missing Dembele. They are not
No.
missing Kvaratskhelia.
No.
They are not missing
No.
Nuno Mendes. They are not missing Hakimi.
No.
Those are the
No.
guys that drive their play. The other
They are
guys are
play
just there to
exactly.
break
You're
up
right.
stuff. So you're telling
Play
me
and
that the guys
everything.
that drive their play are still going to be part of the team. All they have to do is replace the defenders that they are missing
Just
to
few
face,
guys, two of them.
Madrid and to face Chelsea.
That said, those two people that they are missing are critical because you see
Mhm.
defenders, right? The way I
Yeah.
look at defense, relationship is built in defense.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you start changing defenders, there's communication problem.
Yeah.
And strikers, people are going for the same ball.
Yeah.
Nobody understand where each other would be.
Yeah.
Then the attackers can get more joy.
Yeah. True. True. True.
Do you get?
Question to Liverpool guy: Klopp or Slot? That's the question of the century, innit? That's the question of the century. But wait. Klopp or Slot? I think you cannot
I'll
compare
say
both.
Klopp. I'll say Klopp.
Wait, before I give my answer, you cannot compare
Okay.
both because
Mm-hmm.
both people have different ways they play and different ways they set up. What one
Yeah.
person has as a strength, the other person has as a weakness. What one person has as a weakness, the other person has a strength, vice versa. If you
Strengths.
look at
Yeah.
Klopp's style of play was more
Attack,
fast,
attack, attack, and
you
we will
know,
attack you.
high
Run as
metal,
if to the ground.
exciting football. We keep
Yeah.
on playing,
We'll
even when
forget
we are
about
winning.
defense. We'll keep
Even
playing.
what is defense? Even when we are winning, we
Play,
still want
play,
to
play,
score
play,
more
play,
goals.
play, play, play,
We
play,
keep
play.
playing till the final whistle, right? And
Yeah.
he doesn't care about technical players, skillful. He wants players that are pacey, they can run, they have energy, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
Klopp. But then with Klopp, you suffer defensively because one ball over the top, you can catch your
And
defender lacking,
injuries too.
injuries and
Sometimes
stuff. You know,
injuries.
you
Yeah.
don't, you cannot keep players durable for the season.
Yeah.
And then you
For
have
long
Annie
game.
Slot, you know, the calm,
He's too
tactical,
conservative.
measured,
He's too
controlled.
con- he's too conservative.
Sometimes in games where you need him to be high metal, he still makes the
He
boys
will
calm down, play
calm
calm,
down. The game
compact,
is won. The game
don't
is
break,
won. Let's just
yeah,
relax.
manage the game
Move
out,
the
don't
ball.
get injured.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess both of them the same. But to be honest, me for what I enjoyed the most, I'm not going
Mm,
to lie to you. Slot owners and EPL, no cap, but I will pick Klopp.
mm.
Just
Oh,
based
yeah, you know me.
just
I'll
based
pick
on the excitement of the game.
yes, I'll pick Klopp based on what he did for the
Yeah,
past years he was there. If
yeah.
Slot spends the same amount of years and does
And
the same
does
thing
even more than
or
his Klopp.
more, then it's
Mhm.
Slot. But
Yeah.
obviously the history
No,
is there.
there's just something
How many
about
trophies? Yeah.
Klopp's team and you're losing, and you feel like
Yeah.
there's a
You think it's
chance,
over.
there's a
Oh my God.
chance,
They will come
and then
at
before
you.
you know it,
They
a
will come
score,
at you.
something just happens, somebody scores. You know, rest in
Yeah.
peace,
They
Diogo
will come
Jota.
at
Diogo
you.
Jota typically might be that guy off the bench that comes
Yeah.
in and
Come on.
scores, man.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
You
Diogo
say,
Jota.
do you
Gittin,
think
is it
uh,
Gittins? Do you think Gittins a
is
good
a good
transfer? I don't
transfer?
think so.
I don't think so.
Why don't you
You
think
you
so though?
yeah. Tell us why you don't think so in the chat. The thing about Gittins is the way I look at that transfer. Hmm,
Mm-hmm.
would you is more or less like I feel Gittin was brought in as a squad player.
Not as the main guy. Because who
Yes,
is he benching? I don't know who is he benching.
he's a squad player,
You can't bench Neto.
right? He's a squad player, so that's the
Mhm.
key thing. So Sancho is not there. He's basically replacing Sancho,
Yeah,
right? And the key thing is that is he better than Sancho?
that's the question. It's not.
I
Not
will say
really.
yes, and I will say no. I will say yes because he's more
Mm,
consistent than Sancho
yeah.
in Sancho's current state.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of what Sancho can bring to the game on a very good day,
Yeah.
he's not better than Sancho. But in
Mm,
terms of consistency, he's more
yeah.
consistent and
Yeah.
he's direct also. So he's a squad player. So as a squad player, having Gittins on the bench is
Yeah.
not bad. You are bringing in Gittins, you are bringing in Jackson from the bench,
Yeah.
probably Delap.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad to bring on from the bench.
That's not bad,
Do you
actually.
get
That's not bad. Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you're
You guys have a
probably
strong attack.
bringing on Estavo. We don't know if
Mm-hmm.
Estavo will be there, but you're bringing on Estavo from the bench.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad to bring on from the bench,
I think if I'm Maresca, I'm
right?
just locking Pedro Neto on that left wing. Pedro Neto is my left winger. Nobody else fits, should start on that left
Yeah,
wing
yeah.
when they
Okay, on
play
the left.
games. Yeah, just
True, true, true.
locking Pedro on that net. Estavo and Copama, almost the same thing
In
that
the
happened
middle.
today with. I think today's game is exactly how Chelsea should be playing.
Should play. Switch.
This is
Those two should keep
how
switching.
Chelsea should play.
Estavo can play as a 10.
Maresca needs
So
to
they
stop
keep
all these
switching.
experiments. Stop all these
Yeah, it
experiments,
doesn't
all
work.
these
Yeah.
4-4-2, all these Rich
Nah,
James
stop
in the
it, stop it,
midfield.
stop
Stop
it,
all
stop
that.
it.
Throw
I
that in the
don't.
bin.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have your style. 4-1-2.
Play that way.
I think he played 4-1-2. Is it four one
No,
two
no,
three?
no. It depends. If we are with the ball, I explain it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3, 2, and 5.
Yeah, when you're with the ball.
So
But
four,
but the way you
so
guys
four,
set your
two.
formation
So
was quite
so
different
so
though.
so 3. So it depends. So that it depends on where on the pitch we are with the ball. So if we
Mhm.
are just transitioning the ball, start of that transition, we are 3 at the back,
Yeah.
2 in midfield.
Mm-hmm.
You have 4 across
Mm-hmm.
and 1 in front.
Yeah. That's how
Do
you
you
guys.
get
Yeah, that's how you
4
guys
across
play.
and 1 in front,
That's how you guys play in
right?
possession. But the way you guys
Yeah.
like your actual formation is 4-1-2-3. That's Maresca's formation.
4,
Four,
1,
the one is
2,
Caicedo, the
3.
two is Enzo and
Enzo
Kopama,
Fernandez and Kompama.
and then the wing Nkunku, Neto, and then the one is Joao Pedro. That's how you guys set up to play. And then when
Okay,
you are in possession of the ball with the ball, you guys change or four
change.
two three one.
It's
Yeah,
usually 4, 2, 3,
4-2-3-1,
1 though.
4-2-3-1, 4-1-2-3.
Yeah.
Depends. But yeah, wing ball, and stuff like that. But
But these
Caicedo
days
is mostly
you're
at that
having
holding, right?
Fernandez go forward more often.
Yeah,
It depends
Fernandez goes a little bit higher, more like
if
an eight.
Chelsea is not desperate for the ball, they are not very desperate,
Mhm.
then it's probably 4, 2, 3, 1
Yeah,
without the ball. If
yeah.
we're extremely desperate, then
Mhm.
you can see maybe like 4, 4, 1, 3, 3 something,
Four one two
or
three
four
or
four one four one four one four one is
four
what
one
you
four one.
probably
Yeah,
see.
yeah. 4-1-4-1. Yeah, it's almost like that
Exactly.
4-1-4-1 version
So
of that. Yeah,
that's what you see when we're very, very desperate, right? So
yeah.
yeah,
But
we'll see what he does. But you say Fernando Torres in Liverpool shirts,
sexiest
sexy footballer
footballer
of
that
all
ever
time.
existed. He was
Ah,
good at Aston Villa.
I
Yeah,
also how long have you been watching football?
I'm sure he's been watching
Maybe
football for time.
he's
For time.
he's a, he's been in the game a long time.
He's been in this game.
Ah, yeah, he's doing a Thiago Silva.
Die hard Chelsea fan. He's been in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Anyways, so for tomorrow, you're expecting PSG to go through.
Yeah, for tomorrow, I expect PSG to go through. I
We'll
expect
see
PSG.
what happens. It's 50-50 to me. Let me
Yeah,
stay on the fence.
it's
Right?
anyone's game, but I
Yeah,
will lean
yeah.
more PSG. I'll be surprised if it goes the other way. But anyways, what are your final thoughts?
Final thoughts for me. I'm happy we got to the final.
Mhm.
Right? I think most Chelsea fans did not even expect to be in the final.
Yeah,
Because we're a club that we don't raise our expectation.
yeah,
we've not raised our expectation for anything. We don't know what the club is doing. We're just taking games as it is. When Chelsea lost to Flamingo, it was like
Mm.
everything was falling down. We're
Mm-hmm.
lucky. That
Mm-hmm.
loss put us on the weak side of the bracket.
Yeah.
It was a blessing in disguise.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If we now look at it this way, if we didn't lose to
It
Flamingo,
is. Yeah.
should,
You guys
we should
had
be
to
on this
lose.
side.
Yeah.
We should be playing PSG, and Bayern should be on this side,
Yep.
right? But at the end of the day, I think sometimes it's not just about the way the thing is set up. You need luck too in football.
A
Apart
little
from
bit.
you
A little
winning,
bit
you
of
also
luck.
need luck,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's all
Your
for
side of the bracket felt not easy, but it felt more doable.
what's
It felt
doable,
more
yeah.
doable because
On the other side,
because when you guys were in quarterfinals, the talk was like, Chelsea, it should not be difficult for you guys to get to the final. It should be, then
yeah.
especially when Al Hilal beats City.
Man
Al Hilal,
City.
yeah, it's almost like because
You know,
if you guys played
initially
City, you will not
we're
get to that
out.
final. You guys were
We're
out.
out. So I think
Mm.
initially it was SSB that was saying, "Oh, you guys have no excuse to get to semi-final."
Yes,
Immediately Putin left, say, "You guys have no
I have no
excuse to get
excuse
to
to
the
get to the
final."
final.
I'm like,
Exactly.
brother, calm down,
But
calm down.
you guys did
So,
this.
so
Well,
that's
I'm excited though. We'll see what happens when it comes to the PSG Real Madrid game. We'll see what goes on, but I'm still gonna lean PSG in terms of that.
yeah.
That Liverpool guy is like Ronaldo, but with hair. Interesting. Well, anyways, I appreciate you, man. Augusto, thanks for joining our live
Thank you.
SSB. You guys
Subscribe
are
if you've
going
not
today.
subscribed.
Subscribe to our
Yeah,
channel. We're trying to get to 3K. If you guys are on the live, if you've not done so, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 3K. Hopefully we get there. We go live every single day, 6 p.m.
every
CST.
single day.
So
Yeah.
convert that to whatever time zone that you're at. We're here every single day, same time. So yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you guys. All right. Peace.